Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Code Mind. Today we will continue the array questions. In Python, it's a list, so we will continue on that. So let's begin with today's questions. So our first question is sorted or not in ascending order? So we need to check that the list which is given to us is sorted or not in ascending order. Okay, so let's begin. So first we need to take the test case. 3 is the test case. We want 3 test cases, so t will contain the value 3. Now the first test case. So for first test case we have taken the for underscore in range of t. Why we are taking the underscore? Because we don't want any variables like for I in range of t. There is no use of I in this particular loop, so we can use at that time we can use the underscore. Now we have taken the n is equals to int of input of this is 5, means the size of the list. So we have taken the n is equals to 5 in the first test case. Now we have taken the list L is equals to list of map of int comma input dot split of. So here we have taken this list 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. This is the list we will take. So what we will do, copy function is there in the Python. So what we will do, what the copy function does is that it will store all the elements of the list L in A. Like this is your L. L value contains 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. L dot copy of function will create another list whose name is A, which contains your 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. And if we do any changes in this particular list, it will not affect this list. Like if we have inserted 100 in this list, it will not be inserted in the list A. So both are the separate one. That's the function of copy function in the Python. So now our L contains this one, and the same A contains, A also contains your 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. This contains the A. Now L dot sort. Sort function will sort the list in the ascending order. So this list will be sorted and it will directly stored in the L. L dot sort function will sort the list in the ascending order and it will store in the list L. So L is equals to, now L contains 11, 22, 33, 44 and 55. This is contained in the L now after this particular line. Now if A is equals to L, is A, this list is equals to L. If both are equal, then print true. That is, yes, this list is in ascending order. If not, then print false. So is this L 11, 22, 33, 44, 55 is equals to this one? No. This is not true, so it will not go into the if loop. That is, it will jump to the else condition and it will print the false. So our first output is false. Okay. So for the next one, n contains the 4 and b contains the 2 list. That is the, sorry, 1 list. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our list values. A dot L, A is equals to L dot copy of. Now A contains the value 1, 2, 3, 4. Now L dot sort. L dot sort of this function is same 1, 2, 3, 4. So L contains this one and A contains this one. So if A is equals to L, yes. So we will print the true, otherwise we will print the false. So in this case we will print the true. In the same manner we will take the list size 6 and this all these list elements we will take and we will copy that element value into the list A. Now we will sort the L value. It is already sorted. So both A and L are same. So we will print the true value. Okay. Next. This is also the another method of doing the same previous program. So in this is the concept where you can find every logic, like you can put this logic in C, C++, any language, you can transform it. So what is this? See here, First of all, we will take the t, that is the test case, which is your 3. For underscore in range of t, that is for the number of test cases, n equals to input. In first case, our n is equals to 5, I think. Let's check it. Yes, in first case it is 5. 5 we have taken, and L is equals to list of map of int comma input dot split of. We have taken the list, which is your 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. I think this one, I don't remember the order. Now we have taken the one function print of is sort of L comma n. So is sort is our predefined function. Sorry, it's not a predefined function, it's a user defined function. So this function we are defining by our own. So this is called a user defined function. This is called a user defined function. And in the previous one, like a copy function, or like we are having a copy function or a sort function, these are called the predefined function, because these are not defined by you, but this is defined already in the Python language and we are using it, so it is called predefined function. But in this program we are creating our own. In this program we are creating our own function, so this is called the user defined function. So how we define the function in Python? With a def keyword. So here we are not, means here we are giving the, not storing any values in what it is returning. Like this function is returning something which is not storing in any variable, but it is directly printing with a print statement, and we are passing the two values, that is L and n. L is the list of elements and n is the size of the list. That two we are passing here. Now it will jump here directly. Def is the keyword to define a user defined function. Is sort, both these names should be same, L and n we are passing, and here we are catching it. Now for I in range of 1 comma n, so how it will take place? I will run from 1 to n. N is how much? We are passing 5. So it will run from 1 to 5 minus 1, that is I will run from 1 to 4. So if L of I, so just I will check what's the 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. Yes. So same we will have this one, like list contains this value. I will run from 1 to 4. Okay. And our list contains the value 33, 22, 11, 55 and 44. This is the values contained in the our list. So what we are checking here, see, if L of I, that is L of 1, okay, we are starting with the 1. We are not starting with the here, but we are starting with the here, okay. The index start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but in this case we are starting from here, from the one after that one, means starting from 0, 1, but we are starting from the 1, that is 22 is less than 33. Condition is satisfied. Whenever the condition is satisfied, it will return false at that moment only, and it will not execute, or it will not run any further I values, because whenever we find that L of I is less than L of I minus 1, which means that it is definitely not in the ascending order, at that moment we will return false, and here the false will be printed. Okay, because the return statement directly returns it. Okay, it will not, means it will return statement function is to return from this particular function only. So it will return from this particular function and print that false here. For the next iteration, for the test case 2, what we are taking, that n is equals to 4, list is 1, 2, 3, 4. Same L and n is passed here. Now L contains your 1, 2, 3, 4 values. Okay, I will run from 1 to 3. Okay, so we are start comparing, or we are start running the loop from here, from this one, because the index start from 0, 1, 2, 2 and 3, but I is running from 1 to 3, means from here it will start. Is 2 is less than 1? No, condition is not satisfied. 2 is not less than 1, condition is not satisfied, it will not enter into this loop, and again it will continue into a for loop. That is I value is incremented to 2, that is 3. Now is 3 is less than 2, that is I minus 1, I minus 1 is 2 minus 1, 1, that is 2. This all time also condition is not satisfied. Now again the I is incremented to 3. Now 4. Now is 4 is less than I minus 1, that is your 3 minus 1, 2. 2 value contains 3. So is this condition satisfied? No. This condition also not satisfied. I incremented to 4. Now it's reached to its limit. So now it will, after completing this for loop, it will return the true. So here it will print the true in the second test case. Okay. Hope you understood this question. Now the second question is, we need to remove the duplicate elements in an array. So like in an array, this is an array. Okay, this is the test case, this is the size of the list. Okay, this contains an array. So in this, how many duplicates elements are there? 20 is there and 30 is there. So we need to remove this 20 and these two 30s. We need to remove, and we want only the unique elements of the list to be present in the list. Okay, how we will do this one? See here, t is equals to int of input of, we have taken the test case which is 2 in this case, for underscore in range of t. What we are doing here is, see here, we are taking the 1a is equals to list, that is 2 square bracket, which means that we are taking a as a list, which is an empty list we have taken. Okay, this is a comment in the Python. So what we can do like this also, that is a is equals to 0 for I in range of n. So what does this mean? This particular statement, what does this particular statement means? This particular statement, what does this mean? Okay, this particular statement means a is equals to an empty list which contains a value 0. Okay, up to how much? For I in range of n. What is the n value we have taken here? Up to that one. See here, I had written like if the n value is taken in this case is 6. So up to 5 values, because I will run from 0 to 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here must be your 6 zeros. Okay, not 5 0, 6 0. Means if we will write like this loop or like this a list, so list will contains all the elements to be in the 0 format. Okay, so it will contain the 0 format. So this is just another method of defining this list as an empty list or list with containing all the values to be your 0 0 0 0. So in this program we will not use this one. We will simply take the a is equals to an empty list. Now we are taking n is equals to int of input of. Definitely if we want to write the a is equals to 0 for I in range of n. For this statement, if we want to write, then n equals to int of input of, we have to define this first. After this statement, we must define this one if we want this one. Okay, but here we are using this one. We are not using this one. Just I kept it here for the comment so you can understand it. Now n is equals to int of input of, we have taken 6. L is equals to list of map of, we have taken this as a list of element. Now every element for I in L, this means that it will directly compare with the value present in the list. Means I will be first time 10, then it will be 20, then it will be 20, then 30, then 30, and then 30. Okay, so if I not in, so not in is one of the operator, you can say, or function operator. It is mostly, it is an operator in the Python which will check that is that element is present in this list or not. Okay, so what we are doing here, that is I, first time the I contains the value 10. So is 10 in A? Now A is equals to our empty list. So is 10 in A if I not in A? Okay, So 10 not in A, the condition is satisfied, that is 10 is not in the A. So we will append that value A dot append of I. So we will append the 10 value, that is the ith value which contains the 10 in the list A. Now A contains your value 10. Okay. Now again the I value is incremented to 20. Now is 20 is present in the list L? Is if I not in A, that is 20 is definitely not in A. So 20 will be inserted. Okay. 20 will be appended. Okay. Now again I value is incremented to 20. So if 20 not in A, 20 is 20 not in A? No. 20 is in A. So 20 in A, it's right, but this condition is not satisfied, so it will not append the value. Again the I value will be incremented to 30. Now 30 not in A, yes, 30 is not in A, so 30 will be appended in A. Now again its value is incremented to 30. Is 30 not in A? Condition is not satisfied, condition is false, nothing will be appended. Again I will be incremented to 30. So is 30 not in A? Its condition is false because 30 is in A, so nothing will be appended. Now I value is completed with all the list values. Now what our A contains? Our A contains is 20, 10, 20 and 30. This is the A contains. Now for I in A, print I value. So we will print the 10, then we will print the 20 and 30 with the end is equals to space, and this is our output. Okay. Hope you got my solution. Similarly, in the second way also, we have removed this 2 and then this 1, and 1, 2, 3 is printed. Okay. So in this case, we are removing the duplicate element in the array, and array can be sorted, cannot be sorted. It will work in both the case. For example, in this case, the array is sorted, it is working, and in this case, the array is not sorted, it is working. So we can have both the array sorted or not sorted. We can remove the duplicate elements from the array, it will work. Next question. What we are seeing is we need to find that this list contains the duplicate or not, containing duplicates or not. So first we will take the test case. Okay, t equals to input, that is 3, and then we were taking the n we had taken the for loop for the test cases, n is equals to 4, and then list function which contains 1, 2, 3, and here also we are taking the user defined function duplicate, and we are passing only the list element, and we are whatever it will return, we are printing it. Okay. So we come to here now, which contains the element list 1, 2, 3, 1. L is equals to 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. For I in L, now it contains the I contains on directly the values I in L. There is no range, then I contains only the value. Now if L dot count of I, count is a predefined function in Python to count the number of elements in the list. So L dot count of I. So I contains the value 1 and L contains this whole. I contains the value 1. So is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1 is the list value. Dot count of I 1 is not equals to 1. If it is not equals to 1, then definitely it is present more than 1 times. If count is equals to 1, means it is present only 1 time. But if count is not equals to 1, then it is present more than 1 time. So yes, the list contains the duplicate element, and we will directly return the true here, which is in the first case. If in the second case, we will check. In the second case, we have written 1, 2, 3, 4, and list contains your 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I contains the value 1. Is 1 L dot count of 1 is equals not equals to 1? Condition is false. Again we will go to I value will be incremented to 2. Now is 2 in 2? L dot count of 2 not equals to 1? Condition is again not satisfied. So it will again iterate for a loop. Okay. So 3. Is L dot count of 3 is not equals to 1? No, it is equals to 1. again it will go and I will be incremented to 4. Now is 4 dot counter, L dot counter 4 is not equals to 1? No, it's equals to 1. There is only one time 4 is present, so it's equals to 1. So again condition is not satisfied. I is equals to 5, it cannot, there is no element in the L. So it will comes out of the loop and it will return the false. That is no, there is no duplicate element present in the loop. Okay. The last one I used to left for you so that you also try to trace the program, because tracing of the program is very important. If you by yourself trace the program, definitely you will get 90% solution. So trace the program. The third test case I left always to trace you. Okay, and if you will find any doubt or any query, you can comment in the comment box. Okay. So that's all for today. If you like the video, please do like, share with your friends and subscribe to my channel to get the latest notifications. Thank you.